Hello you guys, today I'm going to be reviewing for you the entire 20 minifigures from the LEGO Movie 2 minifigure series, and yeah, this is, the 71023 LEGO Movie 2 minifigure series, so that's what you get for the packaging, and then we have 20 very great figures in this series, and I'm going to go over each of them individually, starting now. Alright, so the first figure here is Emmett, I don't know what the actual name of him is, but I just know it's Emmett. He has nice little headphones on there, so it's his hair-like mold, but then it's combined with the headphones there, so that actually looks really nice. The face, I originally didn't really like this figure very much when I saw this face, because that face looks pretty bad on Emmett, but then I turned it around, and I actually like this face a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Emmett expressions. That one probably along with this Emmett expression right there. But yeah, I really do like that expression on that side, because that's what he looks like for a lot of the movie. Same torso and legs as, all the Emmett figures that come in all the sets and everything. Just a regular coffee cup right there, and then he does have a nice phone print right there that says awesome in little lines right there and everything. The little iPod thing, that's pretty cool. And yeah, just a nice little figure. Of course, they had to have an Emmett in here, and they chose wisely with the Emmett that they included. Anyway, that's it for Emmett. Now, here's the next figure. This one is Warrior Lucy, or, yeah, I guess so. Apocalypseburg Lucy, whatever you want to call her. So, this is actually, pretty much everything is the same to the regular Lucy minifigure, like Warrior Lucy figure that we get in, like, every set, except for this new hood piece, which looks pretty nice. It has the little goggles right there, and I think they did a pretty good job molding the goggles into there too. But they do use the same facial expression that she has on like most of the sets. So she has a smile over there, and then just a more angry face over here. Same torso, leg print as all of them. She does get binoculars too, and then that little hood, which looks really nice. But I mean, would have been cool if maybe we got like a different accessory or something like that. But yeah, it's still a cool figure though. Of course, they had to include a Lucy, but we do get two of them in this series. And anyway, I'm going to go on to the next. Now, the next figure is the Swamp Creature, or Apocalypseburg version of him. So we have gotten this figure before, of course, but it's very different. He has like these little straps right there. Those look pretty cool. He has a tattoo right there with like a skull and everything. The head thing is the same as the old version. Didn't expect them to change that though, so that's fine. I think that's the same face print, and there's a bit of detailing on the back of the head and the back of the torso, but no alternate face, which is fine because we do get a lot of those in this series. He has a whip right there, and then he also has nice printing on his legs as well as some dual molding there. So anyway, that's it for the Swamp Creature. Now here's the next figure. This is the Cran Girl, a very interesting figure. Just very interesting. Like, it's a cran. It's a person dressed up as a cran. Or it's just a cran who is dressed up as a person. Who knows? So, we do get this cran mold here, which looks really cool. Like, well, I mean, it's interesting. They'll probably never use it again, but I mean, it's really nice. I like it. I mean, there's a little hole up here, so you could make this cran person very powerful and put an infinity stone in there or something like that. Of course, that's not what it's meant for, but there's a bunch of flowers printed around the cran, and then she does have an alternate face expression, which is like a very, very happy one. And there's just like a basic happy expression there. Dual molded legs right there, and then a very, very well drawn picture of a minifigure face. Very well drawn. Anyway, that's it for the Cran Girl. Next figure is the Giraffe Guy. So this is quite an interesting thing they did here. It probably would have been better to do this figure when, Toys R Us was still around in the US. But, I mean, for people in Canada and other countries like that they still have Toys R Us there. But they're supposedly coming back in the US, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, it's a giraffe guy. He's a very long neck, as you can see here. And yeah, that's just like extended off the top of the head. And that's a nice little giraffe right there. he has two face expressions. There's that one, and then there's this one, which looks very similar to a lot of facial expressions we've gotten before. Nice, like, the detailing down that kind of continues all the way down, which I think that looks really nice. Good arm printing there, too. And nice dual molded legs. As I said, we do get a lot of those in this series. And then he also just has this little plant thing, which is the same one that we got in the Harry Potter minifigure series for Neville. And anyway, that is it for the giraffe guy. And here's the last, I believe, costume minifigure. So this person is Watermelon Guy. He is dressed up as a watermelon, of course. And we just have a nice little watermelon mold right here. Would have been kind of cool if they did pizza or something like that. Like, that one probably would have been more, you know, they haven't done pizza. Like, anything like we would have gotten. I mean, yeah, we've gotten these pieces as pizza before, but I think pizza would be more, you know, yeah, I don't know. But watermelons, guys, still very much welcome. But yeah, maybe we will see this piece being used in the future as a pizza guy. Maybe in, like, Lego City as, like, a pizza store mascot or something like that. He has those nicely printed watermelon slices right there. No torso printing at all, but nice dual molded arms and legs there. And he does have some leg printing there too. Sunglasses around there, just a normal face. So, yeah, that's it for the watermelon guy. Kind of an interesting inclusion here, and just an interesting figure overall. And yeah, anyway, that's it for the water. Now, here is Sherry Scratch and Post. So we did get a version of her in the first LEGO Movie minifigure series, but she was much different in that one. In that one, she had just a normal cat sweater, and just, you know, normal legs and everything, and just a regular cat in the last one. This one is much different. She does have the same hairpiece, but she has different face printing. She has, I believe that's some, like, whisker printing on her face, because she's, yeah, because this is, like, the Apocalypse Bird version of her. She has some really detailed arm printing there, which we also get on that side. And really detailed leg printing, too, so that's really nice. I really like the detailing on this figure. That is great. Nice torso detailing as well. And only one face print, but it's fine because, I mean, we do get amazing printing everywhere else on this figure. So that's, like, this figure is amazing. And then we also do get Scarfield here, which, yeah, they molded a mohawk onto a cat. Wow, something I would never like, expect or actually want LEGO to do, but they did it, and that's interesting. There's some different printing there with the little bandage there, and an angry expression. There's another bandage on that side, and the spiky collar right there. So that's it for Sherry Scratch and Post and Scarfield. And now here is the next figure. This is Benny, or Apocalypse Borg Benny. So he has, I mean, the only exclusive things about this is he has this little toolbox, which has the classic space logo on it. And he has a new face print. And I've never actually seen Benny angry before, so that's pretty interesting. And then I think we have gotten that face print before on a lot of Benny figs. No back printing underneath this or anything. He does have this, you know, the big cyborg arm thingy. So that looks pretty nice. It's way longer than the other arm. Nice torso detailing there. And yeah, I mean, of course they had to include a Benny in here. So they did pretty good with the one that they included here. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Benny. Now, here's our version of Rex Danger Vest, because of course we were going to get one of those in this series. So, he has a couple of new exclusive things, and the torso and arms are the same as the regular figure, as you can see there, but the legs are very much different. They have really nice detailing on the sides. You can kind of see that, like, all the little tassels and stuff there. Nice front leg detailing there, too. He even has the normal boots that he has on the regular Rex figure, which I feel is kind of cool how they, like, put those on the cowboy uniform. And then he also has this little, you know, mold with the hair, like Rex's hair, and the blue cowboy hat. And that cowboy hat does have a bit of printing on it, too. So that's pretty cool. And he does have two new face expressions there. One where his eyes are closed and he's maybe saying something. Over here, it's more of just a, that's a nice print right there. And then he also does have the Velociraptor here, like the baby Velociraptor, which I think is the exact same one that showed up in the Movie Maker, but still nice to get it in a small thing like this. Anyway, that's it for Rex Danger Vest. Now, next figure, and first figure of the Wizard of Oz figures in this series, which was kind of a weird thing that they did with this series. I wonder if they're going to actually play a role in the Lego Movie 2. But yeah, they did include the Wizard of Oz characters. I don't know if they're just filler or if they're actually going to be in it, if they play any role. But yeah, anyway, for her we have a new hair mold, which looks really nice here. It has, some blue painted on it, sorry. And it is also rubber, so you can put that on there, And she does have two facial expressions. One there where she's happy, and then one over here where she's a bit more confused or scared. And she does have some really nice torso and back torso detailing. She also has a little skirt there. She also does have dual molded legs. They are molded with white and that color of blue. I forgot what that exact one is called. She also does have the slippers or whatever shoes right there, and those have little sparkles on them too. And yeah, that's it for her. I mean, she also does have dual molded arms. We also do get Toto here, her dog. It's a nice looking dog. I think we've gotten this dog before, maybe in a different color. I think we got it in white, but yeah, anyway, that's it for Dorothy. Now here's the next Wizard of Oz figure. This is the Cowardly Lion. Yeah, I mean, we have a little tail back there. We have seen that one before in the Series 18 cat minifigure. There's this main piece right there. That's interesting. Kind of weird printing on the face and the back, because there's actually a nose. That's what probably makes it look the most weird to me. That one's more of a happy, and then over here, kind of a very cowardly expression. And some nice little furry detailing there, and also little toes, and a little Medal of Honor of some sort right there, which is just printed onto a clear 1x2 tile. And anyway, that is it for the Cowardly Lion. Here's definitely my favorite of the Wizard of Oz figures in this series. This is the Tin Man. I love this figure because it has amazing side leg and side arm detailing, and they continue that really well detailed, printing onto the torso and the legs. From certain angles, you can't really see the torso detailing that much, like the angle that I have it right now, and then you turn it up a little bit, and you can see that it's a lot more detailed there. We do have an axe that is all in silver. We've gotten that in a two-color combination before, but not all in one color, I don't believe. And then right here, there's a little heart with a clock on it. That's interesting. And, we have the little thing for his head, the little hat. That's interesting right there. The little bow tie, or I guess collar or something like that. We had that on the Alfred figure in the Lego Batman movie sets, except it was in white. And also some nice face detailing there. But definitely the best Wizard of Oz figure in this series. And anyway, that's it for the... And here's the last Wizard of Oz figure. This is the Scarecrow. We have a new hat mold right here. It's a nice little hat right there. Kind of weird looking face printing, but it makes sense. No alternate face, but that makes sense because it will be covered up. But it won't be covered up by the hat if there was. Nice torso printing, leg printing, and there is also a little certificate of achievement right there. And yeah, they had to include it if they were going to include the Wizard of Oz figures. And, they did pretty well with it. Anyway, that's it for the Scarecrow. Now on to probably one of my favorite figures from this entire series. This is Gone Golfin' President Business. So, there's a little golf club right here. Finally, we have a golf club mold. I mean, I don't think we've got one before, or at least one that looks like this. I think we might have gotten one before, but this one is much more accurate to an actual golf club than probably what we've gotten before. There's even little grooves on the bottom right there that looks really nice. And yeah, just a great little golf club mold there. And even aside from that, I mean, now we know that President Business is going to be in the Lego Movie 2. I wonder what kind of role he's going to play. Of course, he has the same President Business hair as he did in the last one. And he is kind of maybe worried on that face. And just kind of a more happy expression there. He does have dual molded legs and great side leg printing too, and front leg printing. And then like a little sweater, great golfing clothes, you know. Here's the little golfing glove there too, and dual molded arms. So that's pretty much it for President Business. Yeah, anyway, probably one of my favorite figures in this entire series. And yeah, anyway, that's it for him. And on to this one is Flashback Lucy. I'm really curious what role this will kind of play in the movie. She has a little 2x3 tile, which is likely a spoiler for the Lego Movie 2, saying everything is awesome, likely meaning that she probably actually wrote everything is awesome, but I'm not sure. She does have the same wild style hairpiece, but it is in a lighter blue with a lot of pink on it. On this side of the face, she is probably singing. And on that one, it's very similar to the regular Lucy face print that we get. But this, I really love this face print here. There is some great arm printing and side leg printing with the bubbles and everything. And nice torso and leg printing too there. And she also does have a pink microphone there. Anyway, that's it for Flashback Lucy. Now, here's the next band minifigure. Or, you know, like singer minifigure. This is Candy Rapper. So that's kind of a pun, because she probably is a rapper, but candy rapper, so yeah. Anyway, she has this hairpiece in pink, which I don't know if we've seen it in pink before, but there's like a stripe of white going down there too, or like a very, very light pink. She has that face print there, and then just a winky face over there. Nice back printing and front printing on her torso. She also has this little tutu right there, which has some nice little star detailing on it too. Nice leg printing there. And yeah, just a pretty simple figure here. Still, it does pretty well. And also that pink microphone there. Anyway, that's it for Candy Rapper. Here's the next figure. This is Kitty Pop. So this is also another one of those figures from the band or singing group of some sort. She has, I think this is a new guitar mold. I'm not entirely sure. I think we've seen it before. But yeah, there is, even if it's not new, there is some really good printing on it. We have like some like zebra stripes, like pink ones on there or something. She does have little cat ears here, which we've gotten this hairpiece before, but of course not in this color. And she has two face prints, one right here, there's little whiskers there, and then on that one, she, yeah, and then around front, she has a lot of detailing on her arms, legs, and everything that's kind of like a leopard print there, and dual molded legs there, and also the cat tail piece. And of course, that pink microphone that we've got on the last two figures. Anyway, that's it for Kitty. The next figure is Birds Abe, so Abraham Lincoln. This one is, yeah, I mean, we had an Abraham Lincoln in the last Lego Movie minifigure series too, but this one, I believe the last one had a rubber hair / hat combo. This one, it's actually a hard plastic, but I just think that the old one is rubber, I'm not entirely sure. He has little goggles right there, and a brown hat instead of a black hat, which kind of gives it a bit of a steampunk look up there. He's very angry on this face, and on this one more of a confused look. He has an axe right here, not the axe like mold like on the Tin Man, but it's a built-up axe right there. So he has some nice arm printing there on his wrist, and same with over there. He also does have some leg printing with like a bit of a red belt there, and some nice torso printing there too. Anyway, that's it for Birds Abe. Alright, so this is probably the only figure that I have a real complaint with in this series, because it's not really a minifigure. I mean, I get exactly what they tried to do here. They wanted to include one figure here, they wanted to include Unikitty, and they did, but I don't think they did it right. They wanted to include Unikitty in here, which I think was a perfectly good idea, to include a figure that wasn't an actual minifigure. But I don't think they did it very well because they just used a basic Unikitty design and only changing the face print, which it's still not like an entirely new face print. We have ones that are very similar to this, and it's not super interesting. But I mean, some people may like this, but I mean, I would have liked this if they just gave her a very different face print than what we've seen before. But this one's just too similar to a lot of previous ones that we've gotten before. And it's just, you know, the basic Unikitty build and everything. But yeah, I think just a different face print would have been, you know, a bit better. But anyway, that's all I really have to say about this figure. And anyway, on to the next. Here's the next figure. This is Hula Lula. Yeah, it's just kind of a, yeah, just simple, pretty simple figure. There is a very nice hairpiece here. That is, it's a lime green hairpiece, one that's not super common. And then there's a little bit of a pink swirl there. What's kind of weird is that they actually put time into making an alternate face for this figure, despite being almost the same as the other face. So it's just like a slightly more excited face on that side. And she has pretty simple torso printing and back torso printing. She has this nice little cape piece sort of thing there. It's pretty nice. And then she also does have a record here, and also just that pink microphone, of course. And I guess the main catch about this figure is, of course, the hair and probably the face, which will be useful on a lot of things, probably. And anyway, that's it for Hula Lula. And anyway, that pretty much wraps up my review for this entire series. And yeah, this is probably one of the best minifigure series I've ever seen, probably. One of the best ones. I mean, probably next to the Lego Ninjago one and the and the Harry Potter one. But yeah, this is probably one of the best minifigure series ever, to me, at least. I mean, I do have a couple of complaints, but not like really big ones. I mean, it's just small things like, you know, Watermelon Guy probably could have done with a little bit more detailing, but like I don't really mind. They did really good with that figure. And like I said, my only real complaint is that Unikitty figure there. That's my only bigger complaint. But that's pretty much it for this entire series. Oh yeah, another complaint that I have is, yeah, something that's not actually about the figures itself, but the list, which is much smaller than the other lists, or at least is folded, like compacted into to a much smaller little piece of paper here. But it's actually taped together, so it's going to be hard to actually get that tape off without ripping this. I really do like the new bag, which it's much larger than the other bags that we've gotten before. Much larger. And there's white on the back, and then it's purple or blue on the front. And yeah, some of the figures have the little plastic bags inside, and then some of them don't. It's typically the ones that have cape pieces or rubber pieces that come in the little bags. But all the other ones usually don't. I mean, this one, and I think this one came in the big bags too. Also the ones that come with the very large pieces, I believe. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much that. Yeah, that wraps up my review for this series. Yeah, like I said, one of my best, like one of my favorite series, like ever. And yeah, great figure selection. I mean, I was very surprised that there were no Batmans at all in this series. Kind of felt like he kind of earned a spot in here. But, yeah, no Batman showed up here. But yeah, that's fine. We'll likely be getting some more variants of Batman for the Lego Movie 2. If there's a second minifigure series, maybe. Which I would think there might be, because we did get 2 for the Lego Batman movie. So I would hope that we maybe get 2 series for this movie too. Anyway, yeah, like I said, that wraps up my review for this minifigure series, and I'm just gonna say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.